Let's face it, you'll find yourself at Target sometime this week, and when you do, here are some healthy snack options that you can buy for your whole family. One thing you may have noticed at Target lately is they do have a huge aisle with a lot of different bars, energy bars, protein bars, all those types of things. It can be completely overwhelming to see all of the different options. A lot of them are being marketed to look healthy and they're not as healthy. So I just wanted to break that down for you first and give you some good options of bars that you can buy at Target. First is Lara bars. Our whole family enjoys Lara bars. They're date sweetened. They do have a lot of natural sugar. They don't have any added sugar. They usually have some nuts in them. They have all different flavors. They make them in mini ones. You can get the mini ones for kids. Target now has their own Target brand of Lara bars. We've tried them before. They're pretty good, and you can save some money potentially that way if the Lara bars aren't on sale, or sometimes there's a coupon for Lara bars in the Target app, so you might want to check that. Another option is going to be RX bars, and I have some of the blueberry ones here. So my oldest son does like these blueberry RX bars, and my husband and I will eat them sometimes too. They're similar to a Lara bar, but they have eggs in them. So the protein level in the RX bars is a little bit higher. Now, I noticed when I was at Target, they actually have Target brand RX bars now too. If you've tried those, let me know in the comments below how they compare. I think the Lara bars are really similar, so I'm guessing the RX bars are too. Other options, they have Kind bars. Now, Kind has a lot of different products out. The ones I put a picture of right here, so these Kind bars are a pretty decent option. I do like that Kind bars ingredient label is usually a little more simplified of other bars. They vary in protein depending on the flavor, 5 to 7 grams, and it's usually coming from nuts. And the sugar is a little bit lower than other bars, but although they do have added sugar, and whereas like the Lara bar and the RX bars are just naturally based sugar. They also have the kid Kind bars if your kids need like a preschool snack. My 5-year-old loves to bring the kid Kind bars for preschool. We don't buy them a lot for home, but he does like to get those when it's his turn to bring snacks. At preschool, there aren't any allergies in his class. Now, if your school is nut-free or has food allergies, they may not be a good choice. They do have nuts in them. Another bar option I saw was Epic bars, and this one was made with venison. The ingredients list of these was very, very small. Venison was the first ingredient. I'm wondering if these are probably like beef jerky or something. I meant to grab a box of these, but you know how it is when you're at Target, you're like doing 100 different things. If you've tried them, let me know. What I like about the Epic bars is the protein is like a good real food source. So some bars that I would probably avoid are gonna be the Cliff bars. You know, they tried to make them look very healthy, but when you actually start looking at the ingredients, they have some processed soy and different ingredients that I don't prefer my family to eat, so we avoid Cliff bars, Luna bars. The only bars really that we buy that Target had in stock were the RX bars, the Lara bars, and the Kind bars. I would also want to try the Epic bars. So let's move on to the aisle that has the dried fruit and the nuts. Dried fruit can make for a good addition to a snack. I always want to include something with it, something protein or something fat. If you are in the car or you're hiking or you're having a day out, I think that raisins, I'll buy the little packs of raisins to keep in my bag to take with me if my kid needs something while we're out, and maybe pair those with another snack or protein. Today I bought the raisins in a big pack, and these could be mixed in if you're making your own granola or you're making your own trail mix. Mix in a few raisins for a little bit of sweetness. Sometimes my kids will ask for them for a treat as well. They love raisins and prunes. Of course, things like cherries and cranberries are great. They're usually sweetened with a little sugar. It's hard to find them not, but we'll get those occasionally as well. The freeze-dried fruit, they have a lot of different freeze-dried fruit options. I picked up some freeze-dried fruit for my kids' stockings this year, and that was something that they enjoyed. They liked the crunchy kind of sweetness of it. I saw that they have like the baked fruit, and then of course nuts, different nut options, raw nuts, which are not going to be roasted. So the benefit to that is they don't have any added oils. And a lot of times the oils that they're roasting nuts in aren't necessarily the healthiest oils for us, but I do still buy roasted nuts at the store. I like these at Target. They have their own kind of trail mixes mixed. And one of my friends got me this omega-3 trail mix, the Good and Gather Target brand. And it's really good mixture. I think it has almonds, raw walnuts, pepitas, raw pecans, and dried sweetened cranberries that give it kind of a nice burst of sweetness. So I really love this. I picked this up again. My oldest son also discovered he likes it. We do like to have a good trail mix, whether you're making it yourself or if you need an easy, fast option, you can find what you're looking for. Obviously with younger kids, nuts can pose a choking risk, but if they're older, then this could be good to do a little bit of nuts. They also down this aisle had a small section of what I would refer to as trendy snacks. They had the little roasted chickpeas, if that's your kind of thing, little Made Good circles. Made Good is like a brand that makes granola bars. Here's the ingredients list for the Made Good. So I'll read through the list, and then one thing to look at is where sugar falls. So sugar comes in a lot of different names. You can see several of them on this Made Good bar. Invert cane syrup, cane sugar, agave syrup. Those are all just different kinds of sugar. Then I look at how many grams of added sugars in the product. This one has 4 grams of added sugar. It's a little bit better of an option than a lot of things, but that's just in 1/3 of a cup, so it's not that much. That's kind of what I think about when I look at a label. I also look to just see how many added ingredients. A lot of added ingredients might be preservatives, those kinds of things. In general, we try to minimize like packaged snacks, but if you're on a road trip or even just for your daily life, we do use packaged snacks sometimes. If you're looking for a good snack, like a cracker option, 3 cracker brands that I look at Target are gonna be Triscuits. I do prefer organic Triscuits when they have them. At my Target the other day, they did not have them, so I just got some regular Triscuits. The reason I prefer the organic is just because the oil is a little bit better source of organic oil. I like Triscuits because they're just 3 ingredients. They have just the wheat, the whole grain wheat, the sea salt, and then canola oil, which I do not prefer canola oil, but we do have it occasionally in some packaged products. I also really like Simple Meals. Their ingredients list is pretty straightforward, typically a little more whole food based for a cracker that you can buy at the store, and then the nut thins are okay. If you're looking for a snacky type cracker for your kids, something along the lines of Goldfish, they do have like the Annie's product. And again, these still do have quite a bit of different ingredients in them, but I do like that this is organic, so I feel like the sourcing is gonna be a little bit better. This isn't something that I typically like pick up all the time for my kids or anything, but when they saw that I brought this in, they were like, what's that? What's that? Are we gonna eat that? So every now and then I definitely think it's fun to pick out something that you don't normally get, and this is what I bought. They also have the little Whisps crackers, which are more of a cheese-based cracker. They have a Target brand of those. With that, I would go with the name brand because the ingredient list was a little bit better on the name brand item. So if that's in your budget and you wanna try those, that would be my pick. Okay, so one of my absolute favorite snacks to pick up at any store would be jerky. And a few years ago, it was a lot harder to find a good source of jerky at just about any store, but now I'm finding more and more better options for jerky. So the 2 things I look for, I love it if it has grass-fed beef, because we do try to eat grass-fed beef in our homes. And then the other thing I look for is I buy the ones that don't have any nitrates. I found 2 options that I got to try. So the Archer Farms grass-fed beef sticks are my favorite option at Target. They're grass-fed, they don't have nitrates, and they don't have any sugar added in them. I got the mini ones, which we've had quite a bit before, and they're really handy to pack in your bag because of the size of them, but they have the bigger ones as well. So this one I picked up for my husband. He travels for his job. He likes to keep a package of jerky in his car. I like that this doesn't have nitrates. It is not grass-fed beef, and it does have some sugar added in, but I thought that he would really enjoy trying this jerky. So those would be 2 options for jerky. If you're wanting a chip to snack on, I found organic blue corn tortilla chips. So this would be the chip that I would personally grab if I needed one for a snack. And also popcorn would be a good kind of crunchy option from Target. They had Boom Chicka Pop and Skinny Pop in the big bags. They had Skinny Pop in the microwavable bags. If you like to have microwave popcorn that has definitely less ingredients added in it than the traditional popcorn bags that are microwavable. If you didn't know, you can also just microwave any plain kernels in your microwave in a bowl with a plate on top. Okay, the last thing in the dry pantry section is granola. They do have a lot of different granola options. Granola can be a good snack topped on top of yogurt or something like that. They have kind granola, which is what I would buy based on the choices that were available at my local Target. If you go over to the fridge section, and my Target's not a super Target, so this is not like a full grocery store type of Target, but they do have a decent fridge section. So the things that I found over there have cheeses, so cheese sticks make really good grab and go snacks for everyone in our family. I picked up some of the organic string cheese. As you can see, they've already opened them just since I brought this in the house and ate some of those. And then I also really like Baby Bell cheese. They have a really short ingredients list and they're pretty good. So we'll sometimes buy Baby Bell cheese. You can usually find Applegate deli meats at Target. And I think Applegate is a decent brand to buy. They don't have nitrates added and their meat is usually a little bit better sourced. They have sometimes organic. You could buy the deli meat, or if you wanted to snack on pepperoni every once in a while, the Applegate pepperonis were at my Target. They also had hard-boiled eggs in a pack that you could buy already boiled for you if you're in a rush or don't have time to do that yourself. They had these little refrigerator egg bites. If you wanted to grab something like this, it could give you some good protein and you could just open it up and eat the egg bites for a snack or even as part of a meal. The yogurt was picked over when I was there, so it was really hard to review the options that were available. They did have this Too Good brand, which was sweetened with stevia. Typically at our house, we buy plain yogurt, drizzle it with honey, granola, a little bit of fruit. That's our snack. But I do know sometimes you need to pack yogurt, and packing a little cup might be better. So this could be an option every once in a while when we need to pack yogurt. I will buy the Stonyfield pouches for my kids, and they think it's the biggest treat. They had Perfect bars over in the refrigerated section, and with those, they have these Perfect snacks, the refrigerated peanut butter cups. And this is something we've bought before. So if you're looking for a fun kind of candy snack option, you could try these. They also have a section with hummus and guacamole, so you could get some hummus. They have Target brand, name brand. I also picked up some peppers in the refrigerator section that I'm gonna slice up and offer with the hummus. You could do produce. I got some bananas, different fruit options. And then don't forget to check out the freezer section. So I found a couple things in the freezer section. These Wyman's Just Greek Yogurt and Fruit Bites are really good. My kids love to have these. My daughter believes that they are kind of ice cream. And they do have like 3 grams of added sugar, which is super minimal if you're gonna buy a product with added sugar. So I'll buy these and give them to my kids as a fun treat. They have different ones. This one was just strawberries, raspberries, and little yogurt bites. So the little yogurt is sweetened, and that's where the 3 grams of added sugar comes in, but they make a fun treat. I just bought these to encourage you to think outside of the box. So these are just little broccoli and cheddar cheese omelet cups, and they had a few different varieties. When you're buying snacks, you don't have to buy like the foods that we traditionally think of as snacks, even if you're looking for a fast option. You could buy something like this. It would make a good morning snack, give you some protein, some fat, things that will keep you full a little bit longer. So even if you don't have the time to prepare things yourself, you can look for other options and just try to be creative in the way that you approach snacking when you're buying things at the store. Thanks guys for watching. I hope this gives you some good ideas of snacks you can buy at Target or even other grocery stores, because most of these can be found anywhere. Snacks don't have to be like packaged snacks. We can just eat leftovers from a meal, peanut butter, different things for our snacks. But at times when we do, most of us live in a busy enough world that we need to bring some beef jerky or cheese stick to grab and eat on the road. And these things can be really helpful.